Hello, everyone. Welcome to this first day program of this SDG Champions webinar. And I'm super glad that we have quite a number of people, just 15 out of 50. They say many are called, but few are chosen. But this one is different. We have many that are called, few that were chosen, but fewer on the call, right? It's just to tell you that it's good to stay dedicated to whatever you want to do, and this is an opportunity for us to brainstorm, learn from one another, and this is practical. I would call on some people that I know on this call to give an example of what they've done, how they've done it. So, in case you are a newbie, you are just starting, or you feel like, oh, you don't know how you're going to kickstart your journey, don't be afraid. You are safe with everybody here. What really matters is do not just attend this for just marking. And I didn't assure you guys certificates because I don't really believe in that. I know it's good, but it's much more important for you to pay attention to what you want to learn than gathering documents altogether. All right, so a quick one. My name is James Kukola, and I would like to meet everyone. I know on this call we have people who don't know me, who have not met me before, they've not maybe like had contact with me. I'm just going to summarize. At the moment, based on the project I'm working on, I really want to be known as a global speaker, as a published author, and also as a coach. Coach for what category of people? Gen Zs, right? And in what area? Leadership, social impact, and focus on how people can execute projects that can also get global visibility, right? And so this conversation is to help guide, inspire one person, not two, not
Like this now.
right? The goal is just to inspire
Up
just
one.
one person.
Yeah, this one and
Only that one.
up.
Can you mute yourself, please? Oh God. Come on. All right. My goal is just to inspire just one person because it takes just a spark of light, right, to light up an entire place with a candle, right? And once a candle gets lighted up, that candle can share the light on it with as many candles as possible. That's how I view impact in my own way. And I do hope that you guys too will view impact in that way. So, but before I continue, I want you to paint an image in your head. And that image is simple. The image is that you and everyone on this call, I mean everybody on this call, has a candle, right? And even I myself, I hold my own candle. And take, for example, Olasukomi has light on his own candle, while others do not. This is just an analogy, right? If Olasukomi should kiss the head, I know, the tip of our candles that is not having light with his own, what will happen? Please, I would like to know in the chat. What will happen? Please let me know in the chat. Can you just tell me what would happen if Olasukomi decides to give us light on each of our own candle? Yes, like we'd all have light and others will get light. More, so you get there will be a brighter atmosphere. I really want that. That's one thing I'm looking forward to. Yes, the candles would light up before encore. But this example is really, yeah. I think I like that word light up, right? Why? Because the goal is not just to have light, but that the light can give, you know, light to other people. And by that light, we have a brighter atmosphere. Please, this thing is not about light. This conversation is not about candles. Just learn from that story. This conversation is about insight, about enlightenment, about gaining clarity that makes you become a better version of yourselves so you can also impact and also inspire someone else. I hope you all get what I'm saying. Did you get up to that point? If you are able to get the story, please let me know in the chat. All right. So a quick one. I want us to please be very fast. We have nice number. You have just 30 seconds. And in that 30 seconds, you tell us your name, where you're joining from, your name and where you're joining from, and tell us one thing you are really passionate about. One thing you're passionate about. I want to hear those things, right? Just one. Forget others. You can mention as many as possible. Just mention one thing you are passionate about. If you're a student, mention you're a student. If you're a graduate, mention you're a graduate. If you're a corporate, mention you're a graduate. So over to you, Olasukomi. Olasukomi, you pass to another person. Let's be as fast as possible. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'm Lasukomi Ridwan by name. I'm a graduate, and one thing I'm joining from Ilorin, Kwara State. One thing I'm passionate about is people's development. So whether in leadership, whether self-development, but this has to do with transformation of people. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Next, you didn't pass it. Joy, go
Don't ask
ahead.
me to. Yeah, Jesus.
Joy, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm Oganaga Esi. I'm a student and I'm passionate about the growth of individuals, and I'm a strong advocate for human rights, especially among women.
Okay, human rights, duly noted. Next person, Triving. Please, let's be as fast as possible.
I'm Okekunle Tijesinimi by name, and I'm a graduate. I'm joining from Lagos. So I'm passionate about helping young ones, millennials and Gen Zs to build generational wealth. So thank you.
Great. Next person, Goodness.
Good evening, everyone. Please, can you hear me?
Sure, loud and clear.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Goodness Abba. I'm a student. I'm joining from Abuja, and I'm passionate about leadership. Yeah, leadership community service. Thank you.
Great. Next person, we have Agbaji Abdullah. Please, let's be as fast as possible. And I like the way you guys are responding.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. My name is Agbaji Abdullahi Adwale. I'm joining from Osun State. I'm passionate about leadership and climate literacy. Thank you.
Oh, great. Next person, Aisha.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Aisha Suleiman, and I'm a student. I'm joining from Abuja. I'm passionate about volunteerism and community service.
Okay. Next person, Diko Divine Favor. Are you there? Divine Favor, are you there?
Good evening, sir.
All right, good
Can
evening.
you hear me?
Yeah, we
Good
can hear
evening,
you.
everybody. My name is Diko Divine Favor. I'm a student. I'm from Abuja. I'm passionate about innovation, community development, and gender equality.
Okay. Next person, Akiemi Mayokun, Picture Light.
Good evening. I'm Mayako Akieme. I'm passionate about sustainable development education.
Next person, Eniola Olua.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Olanshola Imela, and I'm passionate about human and community empowerment as well as quality and accessible education. Thank you.
Next person, who else haven't I got? Glory.
Good evening, everyone. My name is
Good.
Adebanjo Dori. I'm a graduate. I'm passionate about personal development, community development, and bringing about the change that we all want to see.
Okay. Next person, Great Wisdom.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm a student in University of Abuja, and I'm passionate about quality education and mentorship among youths.
Okay. Next person, Taufik.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Taufik Kanata, I'm a student of University of Ilorin. I'm passionate about quality education and good governance.
Next person, Humanity Ambassador. Please try as much as possible to use your official name. Thank you. Good governance. Sorry. Humanity Ambassador, rather. Your name and tell us about yourself.
Good day, everyone. My name is Afolabi. I'm on the level. I'm passionate about education.
They can't hear you though. You
Okay.
say what?
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. I can hear
Good
you.
evening. Good evening. My name is Afolabi Abdulrashid. I'm a student of University of Ilorin, pointing on the level from Department of Social Science.
So what are you passionate about? One thing.
Also, I'm a student from personal development.
Okay.
Sir,
All right, noted. Next
I need the
person,
network.
Toluwanimi Afolabi.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Afolabi Toluwanimi. I'm a graduate, and one thing I'm passionate about is effective leadership. Thank you.
Next person. Next person. What I called? AB Bella.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. My name is Adaga Blessing Okonu, and I'm passionate about leadership and good education. I'm based in Abuja.
Okay. And I don't know if there is anyone else, but I want to call on Akinleye. Yes, I think Akinleye is next. Next, Akinleye.
Okay, good evening. I'm Akinleye in Dumila. I'm a graduate and I'm passionate about being a record setter.
Passionate about?
Being a record setter, setting
I didn't get
record
that.
like good record. I'm passionate about setting record, being a record setter in the industry and industry of humanity.
In what? In humanity?
Yes.
All right, no problem. All right, guys. Thank you. Great. Oh, sorry, I missed it up. I saw great goodness, then I saw great goodness. I'm sorry. So great goodness. Over to you next.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. My name is Great Goodness Wigwe, and I'm a law student from the University of Abuja. So I'm passionate about quality education, quality leadership, and also human rights for of people. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So I think we have a good number. And guess what? I actually took everything that everyone mentioned. So it doesn't look like I don't have background of what everyone here on this call is maybe interested in. That is to help everyone and also try to like know how best I can help, you know. I can also like give suggestion where necessary. So I will start by saying that all that everyone have said, irrespective of being clear or being uncertain or having unbelief or having maybe fear of can I do this and all of that, they are normal, right? And I love the person who mentioned that she is passionate about volunteering. I'm like, really? That's Aisha. Everybody here actually is not a matter of passion. You just have to volunteer. And I have maybe like seen that through volunteering, there are some opportunities that actually come to you that you don't have to stretch your hand just to go and grab. It comes to you. because when you invest your greatest asset, your most valuable asset, which is your time, you will definitely have a reward for it. Unfortunately, because of the age that we find ourselves, because we are young and the society paints that, oh, you need to make money, everybody is in search for money. And I don't say money is bad. Even I myself, I need money right now. I need money. Everybody on this call needs money. Whoever tells you doesn't like money or does not need money, rather, just know that that person is lying to you. But loving money is the bad side of it. I don't say you should love money. I say you need money, right? But I need you to like be very clear about what exactly you need. And you said it is money, right? Let's assume it is money that we all need on this call, right? If 100,000 naira enters everybody's account on this call, at least one thing you take care of first is your stomach infrastructure. Yes or no? Let me know in the chat as students or as young, you know, stamp and everything. Let me know in the chat. Is that correct or not? If that is not correct, probably you are going to buy new device, airport, buy, maybe something, right? That is very, very good. But I also want to tell you one very hard truth, and that hard truth is this. Irrespective of how you are interested in getting money, there are actually some things you can sow as seeds that can generate money for you, even beyond money in the future. And that is one thing that I've come to realize that quite a number of us as youths, we don't get to know how valuable or important that thing is. And that thing is about we solving a problem. Like, do you want to do a business? I will tell you one thing. Don't look for business idea. Look for a problem to solve. But here we are talking about championing SDGs, lifting up the banners of SDGs, and learning from individuals' experience, individual perspective, and trying to like make meaning out of all these various experiences. The experience and background I had is different from the one everyone here on this call have, right? So it is very important to like learn from everybody's individual differences and pick lessons from it and then adapt, right? When you adapt, you are able to like forge ahead quickly. See, you have no points to prove when a teacher tells you find x in an equation, and the equation is x plus 2 equals to 6. The lecturer or the teacher who gave that equation already knows the answer. So if you go to the teacher and says, the answer is 10, the teacher will tell you, what are you saying? Are you okay? And all of that. The answer is 4, right? The person who gave you that equation already knows the solution. I'm painting a picture here to you that if you are able to like learn from people who have done something before, they're able to show you that x plus 2 equals to 6, you'll get 4 as the answer. What am I saying? I'm trying to tell you that if you go in a particular path, there is certainty that you get results commensurable or that exceed that which you have done. But we have issues with ourselves, and the issue we have is that we are not even willing to put in the work. And sometimes I am afraid when you see people going for volunteering work and what they do first is their camera. You know, you want to do like this first. You want to post, you want to update on LinkedIn and all of that. I am not against posting. In fact, I always talk on social proof, building a digital footprint and all of that. But there are times when you need to like be very serious in this life. And being serious here could mean putting in the work and doing what you say you will do in those applications you are putting forward, right? The basis here is the SDGs, and you have just less than 5 years, right, before 2030. In case you don't know, the SDGs stand for Sustainable Development Goals. Yeah, I'm not here to come and tell you about this goal, this goal, this goal. No. What I'm just trying to tell you is to create an awareness, tell you some basics, and also expect you to do your own research, right? And at least I'm sure, at least everyone on this call can relate to at least one SDG if I mention it, because people, one way or the other, you've actually carried out an SDG when maybe in any way you have done your protest, even maybe your religious institution like church, mosques, and all of that, or maybe in a social environment like student in ISEC, JCI, civil engagement and all of that. So what really matters then is that you need to find that particular SDG, right? For me, over time, I have found out that what I do is, um, you know, it has to do with three goals. And those goals are quality education, which is SDG 4, decent work and economic growth, which is SDG 8, and 17, which is partnership for the goal. People on this call, have been able to realize different kind of goals that you're passionate about. We have people that are talking about climate, people that are talking about human rights, people that are talking about leadership. See, you can't jump to that leadership and then say you're passionate about leadership. You need to start from the basics. And the basics of all is you to be a servant leader. You want to be a leadership coach, you want to be a leadership maybe expert. First start from being a servant. You can't know how leading would be if you don't serve well. And one thing I realize is I have served, and the way I've approached service, it's different. I don't wait for someone to tell me do this before I do it. I take my initiative. And I think that is one important thing that can actually differentiate people in this age. Because many people want to be spoon-fed and be like, oh, do this, do this, do this. No. I expect you on this call to have what you want to do. Think of how you want to do it. Reach out to your friends. Take action and execute that project. Put it out there. And that's just it. Your project does not have to do with reaching out to 1,000 students and all of that. That is good, but I like you starting small, scaling fast and scaling up, right? Let me tell you one goal that I have in mind that will be my greatest joy. And that goal is that for every of the 21 people that are on this call, out of the 50 that we selected, for everyone that makes that action to just teach one person, just committing to teaching one person. I don't want to know who that person is. I don't want to know the project that you're executing and how it's going to reach that one person is. What really matters is just reach out to one person, impact someone, and let that person also impact another person. If we have it that way, sincerely, our continent will be better than this. Because we most times say, oh, the problem is our leaders, the problem is our leaders, the problem is our leaders. But truly, the problem is not our leaders. So I want you to have a thinking. And that thinking is you are thinking global, right? And I don't know if you can see this atlas, the very small atlas. Um, is just like stressor. Aside being a stressor, I just look at it and like, oh, this is Africa, this is Europe, and all of that. Where I'm going is this. Welcome, Ife. Please introduce yourself. So, with this atlas, it has different kind of there are some that you have. Can you mute yourself, Ife? So we have some that they are like this. There are some that are just like maybe like fixed somewhere, and they have some on the map. Whatever it is, I want you to go online, download the map, and look at it and say, I, James Bukola, I will plant my feet in the sand of time. What that means is that you will make a deliverable impact. Like you make an impact that is going to stay forever. I mean, impact that will not just be just during your time, it will be after you have even left this world, after you have lived long and all. So I want you to know that this is not just for you to come and say, oh, yeah, I just want to be part of it. And so I just want to um, just try something to do. No, I want you to have in mind that the mark you are going to make would be indelible, right? An indelible impact is something that cannot be removed, something that stays forever. And that impact does not have to be big. That's the lie that they've given us. that, oh, if you want to make impact, it has to be big. No, it's not. I think I would give an offer to someone who has impacted 1 to 10 people than someone who has no specific impact, who has been able to reach out to thousands of people without results. What really matters here is results. Many people write stories, but they don't write results. I would cite from people that I know on this call, and please permit me to share your stories and definitely the good side, right? Eniola Oluwa at the time shared a story that really touched me. And that story was very simple. I don't know if she can share the story herself if she wants to. I'll just like ask her to share it. Though I would ask her question, then she can tell us what she did. Because this call is just for us to learn from one another, and then you can pick from it that anybody anywhere can actually make an impact. I don't care if you are studying history, I don't care if you are studying law, I don't care if you are studying home economics, I don't care if you are studying human kinetics, I don't care whatever course you are studying. What really matters is what problem are you solving? That's the question you should ask yourself. I have journals, I have short books. I keep asking myself, what problem can I solve? Today that you woke up, there are people that have problems. They have small problems, they have big problems, they have mighty problems, they have excellent problems. So it is when you solve people's problem that the world will pay attention to you. And so in her story, she mentioned that she was walking through a particular place and she saw a student and the student was walking on barefoot. And you can imagine, and that story just touched my heart. I'm like, in this age, people actually trek without like they trek on their foot, like not having anything to wear. You know what that means? That child is going to classroom with the belief that this is how life is supposed to be. No. And then you now appreciate the things that you've enjoyed when you were such a pupil, like when you were young, and you now see that the things that you did not see as advantage now is a privilege to people. Such a thing should not be something we should experience in our society. So she looked for ways, and the way she crafted the story, and then mentioned that that same girl, which is an avatar, like a sample, is a more like a sample of hundreds or thousands of people across the globe who do not have access to such things that we see as privilege, right? And such things are things that everybody should have access to. Because why should a student go to school without sandals, without anything? So that's it. So, are you interested to share what really motivated you to take action in that direction? And what did you learn after taking such action? Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, James. Thank you for the privilege to share. So I had been somewhere and I saw this little girl without her shoes, and I called her and her friend and I asked her that um can I help her with her shoes, and she was like, okay, no problem. And then I just thought to myself, because I usually, anytime I see public school students, I usually take note of certain things. I work in the social impacts industry, and I always just look at their shoes, their school bags, their school uniforms, just to, if we cannot yet get to implementing policies as regarding quality education, we can at least start from making life bearable and making the education easier for people who do not have access to these things. So I realized that, how about we get school sandals, school socks, their school uniforms, school bags for the children who do not necessarily have these things, or children who has worn out materials. This is just to ease their parents' burden, or just to take something off the plate, so that um, they have one less thing to worry about. So we have started the project. The project is ongoing because it is not something that's going to end anytime soon. It's going to be happening in different schools, different um I am currently in Lagos, different parts of Lagos. So I started crowdfunding. I had I had my own money, and I started crowdfunding for this project as well. So it was just a sort of personal impact project that was affiliated with one of the NGOs that I'm working with. So that's about how I got to that point of wanting to do something. It was just a thought. How can I make life better for one person today? How can I make life easier for one person today? So it was just a thought that the Lord had fueled in my heart, and this is how we make changes in the world. This is how we make a difference in the world. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, Annie. Like that story is just the perfect one. Please, kindly put in the comments what did you learn from the story she shared? Because over time we just feel like, oh yeah, you have to reach 1,000, 500, 200. No, 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 50 people. No, if you can just narrow it down to just one. I mean, just one person is enough because it shows you are being selfless, and not just being selfless, you went above and beyond. And by going above and beyond, you try to like look out, so how can we come together, bring resources from people that have them to people that don't. And by that, you're talking about people that probably didn't have access to all of this, right? And you're able to do that. So I would hand over to Mayoko Visualize to share his own experience as an MCN fellow and what he was able to do, and then he can take over from there. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Trust you had a blessed day and a good day. Okay, my journey of MCN was not easy. I started applying to be a fellow in 2019. So from 2019 to 2021 was like repeated love letter. I kept on receiving love letter up and down. For 3 good years, yeah, I received good love letter. So I started applying. I was in 100 level. I didn't get it. 200 level, same thing. 300 level. Because of COVID, I applied. Then after COVID again, I applied. So that was my application like 4 times. So I was approved, or I was accepted into the fellowship on the fourth trial. So it was not easy. So, and after I got in, they were like, okay, now I'm in. What do I do? Because in the aspect of imparting, there are a lot of things, there are a lot of problems. As a solution provider, a lot of problems, but definitely because of capacity, you can't just do anything. You have to be selective of what we do and like. So I had to pick a project and collaborate with my fellow colleagues, fellow fellows, yeah, if that works, yeah. So uh, we literally went to secondary school to support people that have not been constantly paying their school fees, and also give writing materials to students basically, because we have realized that a lot of students go to school without books. Oh, sorry, network issue. Okay, so most students go to school without books, and so it was like, okay, how do they learn? How do they get things to do? We just realized that they don't literally do anything. They don't do anything. They just go to school, get get the teachers are not even in the classrooms. Like how else was even like? But definitely, there's nothing we can do about that. We could only do what we can afford to do. So we're able to get them books. and for some time we were able to pay with the help of people, because we had to seek for support, because definitely we cannot use our finances to fund everything. So yeah, so that's just part of the little social impact I've done. Though there are more, but definitely that's the one about MCN basically. Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, Mayokun, for sharing. I really appreciate that story. And sincerely, I don't know. I think Major Light, he knows more of some that I've done. And one thing I would say is, don't overthink. I mean, don't overthink the problem. The problem is not you, so don't now add problem to your own problem, right? You don't have a problem, right? I mean, don't overthink it. I remember in 100 level, the first volunteering I did when I was in school was I was carrying this backhoe bag. What was inside that backhoe bag? Projector. What was I doing? I was serving as a volunteer with someone who was in 400 level going to 500 level, no, 300 level, I guess. Yeah. Then the person was planning to campaign in 400 level, then get another level in like another position in 500 level and all of that. But one thing is, I was just doing it, even without knowing what I was doing, right? Then I saw a flyer. People needed, they wanted to go to a village in Kwara State. We were volunteering, oh, and while we were still volunteering, we were asked to pay. I paid. I'm telling you this story because some things will come up. Some people will reach out to me and say, James, they asked me to pay for this. I'm like, then pay. They'll see it as a burden. See, if you're passionate about something, it will definitely cost you. Any has mentioned a story, Mayako has mentioned his own story. This is a part of my own story. Then they now said they want to do, is it 7 weeks or I can't remember. It was I think maybe 10 weeks or so. 10 weeks, kick out Nigeria. Please mute yourself if you are not speaking. 10 weeks kick out malaria project in a community. This is an idea I'm sharing. I joined. I'm not a medical practitioner. I don't even know. All I knew that I joined a community. I joined Young African Leaders Initiative Yali in Kwara State. I'd already known about Yali in Lagos because I attended events. So going to events, attending events gives you clarity like this one right now. Go for events, attend, show up. I mean, show up because showing up is not a show off. Showing up is just for you to come and learn. You can just get just one line from what all the speakers said. It might just be just one line. And that line will give you a clear thought of what to do next. It's like a spark. You know when a light sparks, you run away, right? That spark will set you on your feet to run effectively with a vision. So then I committed to it. I paid for transportation, then little amount and all of that, which is it. In all the programs I've done, I realized one thing is that you need to sacrifice one, your time. One, your time. Two, your resources. I mean resources in terms of money, which is also part, I won't say it's the least. Resources in terms of network, which is very important. If I want to do a project right now, with these 20 people here, I know what I can do. I have profile of everybody on this call. So let's do a project. Let's say we want to do a project. Many of the students here are from Uni Abuja. What we just do is everybody on this group that are from Uni Abuja, we that are not in Abuja will support you guys. Go ahead. What project do you want to execute on your campus? I and my Okun, we have time to like visit in Abuja. This is not a story you hear out there. We are almost kidnapped. We were almost kidnapped, but thank God. But I'm not telling you to go and risk your life, but I'm just telling you that sometimes you do some things that all of these things will not come out because you just have to just be careful also with whatever you're doing. So resources, your time are not just enough. You just have to be careful as well. Risk management. That's another aspect I wish people should be talking about managing risk, because man, that was an experience I will never forget in my life. And we all acted as if everything was fine. So in this situation as well, people are going through some situations and they are acting as if everything is fine. So wherever you are, Idris, please mute yourself. Wherever you are, in any location you are, you can effect a change. And that change can start with you impacting a person. And let me tell you how you are affecting it. You have a roommate, you have food, and that food, two people can eat it. I'm not saying that that food is for two people. Two people can eat it. You share it. There is joy more in that than you eating that food and somebody is going hungry. Do you know you have solved zero hunger? You have solved a zero hunger problem, challenge. Guess what happened? There was a place I went to recently, and the people that I was with that time, I observed something about people. This is actually a way you can help, but it's not an advice for me. I'm just saying from my own experience. You are going somewhere and you don't even know the things you need, like sweets or like biscuits or like gum and all of that to keep yourself engaged. I'm traveling, and while I'm traveling, like I know how tired it is. I will buy gum, and that gum is in plastic, and I'll be picking it one by one. I realize that's an easy way for me to connect. I'll be like, do you care? Do you like to take and all of that, and then they will have it. So in a way, those people, what I'm giving them, sweets, for example, let's say sweet, just sweet, stick sweet, and it's very small, but it makes impact in the life of that person. If I am thirsty, no matter how you bring 7 up or my best drink, do you know I will still not be satisfied until I see a bottle of water or a glass. Even if it's water from any means you say it, as far as it's clean water, that's also solving a problem. So I want you to have something in mind, and that thing is problem can sometimes. Think of something I've passed through. Think of how challenging it was and how you're able to navigate it, right? I have somebody on this call who shared a story with me and told me he was working on a project. I'm like, wow, this is very nice. What really matters is having that particular project executed and reaching the right audience. That's an impact. You can do something that will bring in money for you and still impact people. That's not bad. That's good. So what really matters is we need to first get this off our table. Is that you have what it takes to effect a change in your community. You have what it takes to effect a change. And you can't effect any change, even if yourself you have not been effectively changed. You can never effect a change if you have not been effectively changed. Then how do you get yourself into becoming someone who have been who like gets effectively changed? I don't know, go online, read stories, watch people's podcasts, learn about people's stories. You have learned some stories here. I'll deep dive more in our next class, ask more people more questions. Is a way to let you know that irrespective of where you are, there are people who have done something. And because of what they have done, they get boldness, like they get bold to take action next time. There are some things that if I see, sincerely, I'll just dare it. Not because I want to, but because I have dared things like that before. So it doesn't scare me. But if you have not dared it before, you better not try. Idris, please mute yourself. Is he on Discord? He has not muted him. Okay, let me just mute him. Alright. So, like you see that he has a way of building you, but the cocoa, the main thing, the summary of everything is that you can't effect a change if you yourself you have not changed. So here is the thing. I want you to commit to personal transformation, personal development, personal improvement, which is constant. See, you will never graduate from the school of personal development. I mean, becoming and becoming and becoming. That's why the word is becoming. You will keep coming. Like you will, like it's more like there's no end to what you can be. You can explore different talents. You just say, wow. So I can actually do this. I can actually do this. And it doesn't just happen that way. You even realize that while you're doing that thing you're doing, something will happen to you and you'll be surprised. You'll be shocked that wow, so I have this talent hidden in me. So I can do this. Like that is how it is. You just have to try. And guess what? If people are telling you they will use you, they'll use you. Please. If you are not useful, nobody will use you. I learned from being used because if you are useful, then they should be able to use you. And when they use you, you have the sense, you yourself should be able to use yourself. Because if you can't use yourself, somebody is using you and you are complaining about it, then keep yourself useless. I'm not trying to abuse, but I'm just telling you that you need to just get yourself out there. Realize that you have the potential to solve a problem. See, there are some opportunities that people apply for, and they're asking them, what do you do in your community? If you've been able to like teach 10 young children, maybe in their primary school and all of that, you can craft your story. You don't need to lie. You just need to mention the impact of your presence, of your teaching, of your tutor, tutorial in their lives and how they've improved academically. And that's all. You want to be a leader and you are not actually showing the trait of pointing people to what they should do. Let me tell you one thing. You are not going to you're not going to win if you are not willing to help people that are within your circle to win. In fact, your winning is not certain. Because if winning is just like you just get yours and get yourself okay and all of that, that's not winning. That is not winning that I would recommend. It is that you yourself need to help other people to win. You can succeed by helping other people also become successful, right? It does not affect you. Remember that analogy that we painted of somebody putting on his own candle and using his own candle to light up our own candle. And in this same room, if all of us, 21 people on this call, hold one candle, the place will be brighter than one person. So guess what? The world gets better when we have as many people as possible having a candle, carrying a light, and knowing what exactly they are able to solve locally with a global perspective. So your own assignment is to sit down. I need you to write what are the problems you can solve, what are the things you can do, and then mine is to tell you how you can start. And I've said it in some of the conversations. Eniola Olua has mentioned it. She just found the situation, she found the story, and she found out that this is the kind of thing that people should get support for. You are here, you are a lady. I don't know who mentioned, I want to check. Um, I think nobody mentioned anything about gender empowerment or something. Did anybody mention that? Did anybody mention that on the call? So let's say, for example, Eniola has a friend who works on a project when we're in school, and the project is to help to fight period poverty, right? Ladies understand what I mean by that. And that project, as little as it is, has three parts that you can use. First is to look for people, buy parts, give it to them. Second is for you to make those parts and sell it at a cheaper amount. You're also making impact. The third is not just for you to gather these things and all of that. It's another way of sensitizing people. By sensitizing, you don't need money. You don't need money. I've done this is an advocacy, right? And this is happening because somebody asked me that, oh, James, do this, do this. I'm like, if you know, if you're part of my larger group for the master class, after the training, I'm like, before I'll take any free class serious, there must be something attached to it. So that's why I said, you know what, I want to do this differently. And then you have 21 people on this call out of 50. We have all excuses, we have all reasons for not coming, but you see, those excuses are just on excuse side, right? Because if you are really willing to make a change, you should really be willing to transform your life. How you want to transform your life is in your hands. Look for ways, look for programs, join, attend, participate actively. Like being on this call is not just for you to mark attendance. Please bear in mind. I can call on you, I can ask you question and all of that. So I want you to have this background that this introductory class, our goal is for you to first identify that you are a problem solver, and that puts you in the league of leaders. You are already a leader because that is a trait, that's the characteristic of a leader, someone who solves a problem, someone who engages in critical thinking. So by the time you are solving other people's problem, you yourself, you see how it's going to improve your own life as well, right? So I'll put an end to the conversation here and would love to tell you guys about something that I came up with, which I'm still building, and that is I'm trying to like get you guys invest at least 20 hours of your time learning from people who have done things you might be interested in. One of that aspect is someone who works with a company in the UK, and we've had an interview. And all I would need you guys to do is that you will tell me that you commit to every of the content I send across to you guys, because of this kind of thing, telling people you have 50 people and then they come in and not meeting those people. I sort of strategize a different way. I've done 2 interviews, and in those 2 interviews, what I have there is asking questions, and those questions are questions that these people are able to share their experiences with me, and then I'm sending it to you. And those stories would all be posted on my YouTube channel. So in case you don't have my YouTube channel, you need to subscribe there, because on that channel I'm going to be posting that. The goal is to inspire you and to get feedback like, oh James, I have done this. Oh James, I have done this. We'll also talk about your CV. We'll talk about how you can actually carry out a project with your friends. I can see some people are from University of Ilorin. We can see how people in Ilorin can merge together. People in Lagos can mesh together. People in any other state can mesh together and then carry out a project. See, whatever project you carry out, nobody is the governor to assess it. Just do it yourself. What matters is that that legacy you are giving will count. And that legacy will not just count, but would also change the life of people that you are reaching. So I want you to just have this thing very simple. This today program, Saturday, which is next tomorrow, I'm still trying the best time we are going to use, because that 7 p.m., I'm not so sure if that time will be perfect, but I'm trying to get somebody on that call. That person has been a program manager for MCN, the program Mayako mentioned. I will be having access to him this weekend, and I want to just like get him like to interview him and ask him more questions, and you guys can learn from him. You can steal his brain. This is a guy that did a project in LASU, and because he did a project in LASU, it inspired me. What he did, I just reached out to him, and his own project gave me an idea. And from that idea to execution to building a community and carrying out a project. So then we call it Wiki Love SDG Nigeria. We had, see, let me know, let me know like go beyond the limit of the time. But let me just add this, that project is something that I myself, while being in school, I was thinking of how do I do project, how do I bring students together. Funds was an issue. But I joined a program, I participated in a writing challenge. And by joining the writing challenge, you can't believe from that writing challenge, it happened that I won £100. From £100 to I can't even count. To we getting project of $2,000 or $5,000. And then I think at the point we also got 20,000 to do like six, is it six? Yeah, we did 6 in a particular 3 months. Then we had another 6 set of schools. That was 12. And there was no need for us to be thinking about funds anymore. So just start. If you don't start, nobody will put in money into what you are doing. And I'm not encouraging you because of the money. No, I'm encouraging you because of the impact and what it will do for you. Track record. See right now, if there's any application, I have stories I can put forward out there. So I'm also expecting such from you guys. You are students. This is the best time you can apply for opportunities. Apply for as many as possible. Go on fully funded opportunities. You can knock on doors and say, hello, I am a student, and they will open the door for you. But it doesn't happen that way. You need to put in the work. You need to find a way and start no matter how. I don't mean you need to register an NGO. Guess what? I've never even registered my own non-profit. I only have a business registered. Why? Because you don't necessarily have to rush yourself into registering. Gain clarity first. Invest time. Try out things. See how it is. And later you can now talk about registering or whatever. Partner with organizations that are registered. Leverage on their credibility. And here you go. So guys, let me end here and let's have the questions. So in nutshell, we are going to have a class on Saturday, but I want to move it to afternoon, most likely maybe 11 or 1 or 2. I don't know what is the best time for us. And so I would like you guys to watch the videos as I'll be topping them on the YouTube channel. What I just need for you is to go and watch the videos. Videos are interviews I'm conducting with people, which I believe will inspire you and you learn from it. And then we'll also talk about your CV, we'll talk about your LinkedIn, because that is also part of what I told you guys that you're going to learn from this. But the real thing is we need to learn from each other. I want to get to hear from you guys, learn from you as well, see how I can, questions I can't answer. There are people on this call that they have different capacities. Don't underestimate anybody on this call because you can't tell you are just one conversation away from your breakthrough. All right, so let me pause here and open the mic for questions. So if you have a question, raise your hand, then I can call you so you can ask your question. And if you have contribution as well, raise your hand so I can call you and then you can send in your contribution. I hope that helps. Did you guys get any value from today conversation? Let me know in the chat. Did you get value? All right. So does anybody have a question? Do you have a project you're working on and you're thinking of how to start? Or are you looking at, okay, so how do you apply for global opportunities? See, we are not jumping to that point. The first background is you solving a problem. I am tired of people just wanting to just apply for global opportunities when they have not even cracked the basics. And the basics is like you walking on the street and seeing a problem and you're solving it. You going along the road and seeing a problem like in your last saw and solved it. Or maybe anybody on this call whose story I don't know yet. And they're able to solve that problem. And that will go a long way because it's going to add to your life. And that, in a way, has a way of pushing you forward. And it has a way of putting you in front seat, when others are probably at the back seat. I'm not saying people are at the back seat, but then it's more like you are solving a problem. And there are lots of opportunities. So, but you can't access those opportunities if you don't do the basics. Solve a problem one at a time. All right. Does anyone have a question or should I ask you guys questions? I have my own questions ready for you guys. So, whichever way. No one has a question yet, right? All right. So, I want to ask a question. And the first person I would ask a question. Nobody. All right. So Olasukomi, if you are there, please, can you tell me about maybe a project you have in mind that you have executed or that you are yet to? What, let's say, for example, if you have done it, what did you learn? If you are yet to do it, what is stopping you? And what is the ideal definition of success for that project or idea? Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. James. Thank you for those wonderful insights that you shared. So, a recent project I execute is tag self-awareness and self-discovery campaign for secondary school students, and that idea came when I started interacting with secondary school students and reading about the data on how students are failing exams, both JAMs, WAEC, and NECO. So, discussing with those students and asking them that is it the reading pattern? Do they even know the best time that work for individual of them to read and all that? So that was when I discovered that they really need to understand their strengths and weakness and understand the best time that works for them when it is time to read. So that is what prompts that campaign. So I've been able to carry out that campaign for a few schools within Tanke, Ilorin Aziz actually, but I'm still looking forward to continue that project and also to measure the one that we've done by going back to those schools. So success to me concerning that project is number one, equipping the student with the knowledge needed in order for them to identify the strength that they have and how they can step up on things that has to do with their weakness when it comes to their academic performance. Because, for example, now the campaign did not just focus on students. I try as much as possible to talk to schools that can allow us to interact with their teachers because if the students have the necessary information that they need and the school is not giving the kind of environment that can allow the students to have a growth mindset, definitely there is no how the student can still grow. So success to me, number one, is being able to measure the impact of the outreach to the students and also seeing that each school we were able to talk to their teachers, give the environment that accommodates a growth mindset for the student because we had a couple of students whereby they were saying and the way my teacher used to talk and so those kind that we observe. That is why I said yes, we need to talk to the teacher also. But there is now some of the schools don't accommodate interacting with their teachers, and that's a big challenge actually. Like I said earlier, that if the students have the right information they need, what about the school level teachers that is taking them and all that? So basically, that is the project I'm still working on at the moment. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Olasukomi. That's very, very good and powerful. And yeah, just trying to call. Okay, let me call on Toluwanimi. Can you share the one you've done? I think is it last year or this year? And like, how was the experience? What did you learn? And what's your definition of success? Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I was opportuned to work with an NGO. That's one, and I, in course of our program, we do reach out to schools, secondary schools to be precise, to talk to them about the vices in society, because I eventually discovered most of these children, most of these teenagers are suffering from low self-esteem. And if you are not sure of yourself, you can't do better. You need to discover yourself first. You need to improve yourself first, like James said earlier. You need to work on yourself first before you can actually transform others. So I discovered most of these children, most of these teenagers, they are yet to even develop themselves. And this program was actually made for them to reach out to us, to share their problem and see where we can also come in to build their self-esteem, to build their self-confidence, and to make them believe that they can do something meaningful with their lives. And at the end of the day, we figure most of these children don't even have, they are not actually comfortable relating with their parents, which is not supposed to be. And even in school, they went to listen to their teachers. Their teachers, on the other way, are just teaching for teaching sake and not really interested in impacting the students the way they ought to. And this led us to create a program which I led the team actually, titled Creating a Safe Haven for the Students. It was a program we actually did for teachers then in the states, in Plateau State to be precise. And we got a lot of comments, a lot of good remarks concerning the program, because even most of these teachers don't know where they actually went wrong. And this project actually served as an enlightenment for them to do better and to make the children to be able to confide in them, and for them to be able to bring out the best in those children. Because if they don't find you comfortable, most of them will not actually talk to you. And also, we actually went to schools, to community schools, and we also helped them. We made uniform for some. We actually what's it called, got them exercise books and pen to actually encourage them, and also introduce the program to them, and giving them access to reach out to us when they need be. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Wow, Tolu Anime, you have money. Oh. You're teaching teachers. Have levels. Oh. See, there are levels to these things, right? That's like stakeholders engagement, having to teach people that are really important. Because if you teach a teacher, more like you are teaching, you have already saved several other students, because they will always be in the classroom, and they can also retrace their steps and um probably this is what we are doing wrong, and you can't blame them because some teachers are accidental. Mayokun and Eniola Oluwa can attest to this, of one of my lecturers who boldly tells us that he is an accidental lecturer because that was not what he wanted to do, but he had to do it. So, but such a person had to develop passion, and then we'll be failing students. So, if that person fails you as a student, there's nothing you can do. But if somebody is really interested in helping you build you as a young person, student, you become more like interested in that person, like, wow, this person is a good teacher. Sure you get. So that's really a good one, right? And it's good. So Taufik, let me know.
You just carry your life on.
Is that what? Glory. Taufik, so share your own experience. Thank you.
Eh, now wow.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Um, Trust we all have a wonderful day. Firstly, I would love to commend. Uh, I used to call him a mentor because that is who he is. So not just to me and so many other people. Um, Mr. James has been so wonderful, and most of the posts, because I've not really had much time to get to meet him so we can interact physically. But most of the time, I've always been catching up with him is basically virtual, and he has been nothing short but amazing. So I appreciate you, and on behalf of everybody joining this call from University of Abuja, Unilag, and so many other places, we appreciate you and we commend your effort so much. We hope that in times to come, things are definitely going to start to unfold well, and the development and everything we seek is definitely going to sprout out. So, and for my experience, like I said earlier, I'm just someone that normally profile myself as a youth advocate because basically I work directly with the sustainability development goals. I try as much as possible to take time to research and see how we could explore it in times to come. And uh, feel this moment, I've been able to just catch up with so many things. For the fact that I've realized that the SDG 17 passes all the goals together, and I feel I can just work on the ones I feel really, really tailored directly with my own mission, and it's something I'm passionate about. And so far, I've been able to work on good governance. I've worked on quality education. I had a particular one that is of zero hunger. In fact, that was carried out about 3 weeks ago. We went to the community, went to the grassroots where we could find kids in rural area. We equipped them with of skills, virtual like vocational skills they could learn to sustain income for themselves, things they could do in their community and could help them, if not much, but little things. And we believe this kind of thing is just a way, even if no matter how small it will get to, because the beneficiaries were just about 110 of them. But I'm certain, I'm very sure that it's a way to fight and kick against hunger. And we are just good to go and we are just on the path and we can always do more better. I've worked on quality education. I've carried out over 16 to 17 projects in different schools, community areas. I've been part of so many projects that has to do with leadership conference in school, community, and outside. And God has been faithful. And this thing, I get to see that it's not really about everything it brings my way. It's about the passion and the progress I want to get at it. I feel every project and every steps I count forward in the world of advocacy, I get to see that I get to improve even more. And the passion I'm putting out is inspiring to the stage that I've been able to motivate so many other people that they've always been reaching out to me. Taufik, I love what you do. I love how you do it. I love how you project yourself and stuff like that. So seeing people say stuff like that to me when I've not even get to my peak rate, yes, it's a zeal for me to even propel to do forward and always learn to do forward. So that is just what I've been able to come up with. I just feel the moment you get to know your onions and how to go about it, you always get better at it. And just impact of one person is not just enough. Impact of me, impact of you, and the impact we could put together would change our community for good. So far so good. God has been grateful, and I'm really, really still open to collaborate and even learn more to progress more in this advocacy journey. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was really a lot. Man, I'm happy to hear that. And thank you so much for sharing. And I appreciate your presence. And thank you. I know you guys just finished exam also. Or are you still writing exams? Because I also
In
factored that.
fact, I'm not even finished yet. I just completed
Wow,
the second to last one today. I have the last one tomorrow.
wow, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I want let us hear from we are giving you 2 minutes. Joy, can you share? Have you started one or do you have one you're working on? Let us know. Let us hear from you. Over to you, Joy.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us too?
Ah, okay.
Hello. All right. Victoria Dosumu, over to you. Hello, Victoria. Share a project you're working on or you want to work on. Are you able to talk? Or who else wants to go next? We have a few minutes to leave this place.
Good evening. Good
Yeah,
evening, everyone.
good evening.
All right. Thank you for this great opportunity. So I would love to share. I'm a core member actually, and I would love to share a project that I and my fellow core members did yesterday.
Wow, great.
So it's a CDS as usual, but I'm being posted to a school where this community is an undeveloped area, kind of a rural area, and so the way the CDS normally goes is that we do visit schools and teach them and impart them, but we also thought of it to like change the narrative, the way things are being done, and to improve. So we decided to organize inter-school debate and quiz competition because the students here they're not really sound academically. Majority of them can't read and write. So we thought of a way to solve this problem. That how can we foster learning among them? How can we develop their passion for them to be able to read and write? Then we put the initiative together to organize an inter-school debate and competition among the students. Then we awarded those who came first, second, third. We awarded them a cash prizes. We presented it in their various schools, and this also helped the students to they are more encouraged to do better next time. Even those that are not really sound academically, they are being encouraged by their fellow students when they see that okay, this is what they can do. They believe that they can actually do much more better. So that's it.
Wow, that was a great one, and well done, well done. I think you guys can attest now that it does not really takes you breaking a bank before you can make an impact. That's what our people have mentioned. Does anybody have anyone? Because I've asked you guys to raise hand, nobody raised hand. So I'm able to take two more people before we call it a day. And please check the group. There is oh, I think Joy is back. Joy, are you available now? All right, go ahead if you're available. And then there is a poll on the group. Please try to tick the best time for you to join on Saturday. 7 p.m. might not work on Saturday for us. So, and I think that time is just good. Over to you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. First off, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity again. And thank you so much for the insights you dropped earlier. Thank you for teaching. So, yes, it's not my projects like that. I've always been a volunteer, assisting, partnering with organizations in carrying out their goals. But there was one that is special to me because I noticed from my secondary school, I'm still a student of the University of Abuja, that a lot of students have issues with their boldness. They are very, very shy. And when I started working on it, I noticed that according to studies, about 75% of students, yes, they have issues. They have this public anxiety. That is what they refer to as claustrophobia. So I'm really passionate because I really hate people that are very, very slow, they are not sharp, they are scared or shy. So there was one partnership I did with an organization. It's called Klebs Up. It's like something like an NGO too, but it's not yet verified as an NGO. So we went to a school in Guagalada, a secondary school. There was no class. Like it's not like two SS2 or SS3, it's just like a general school program. And I was opportunity to be a speaker there. So when I got there, we talked. I was able to talk about why I was able to see reasons why students are very, very shy. And I also noticed that they also have that problem too. So I think it's a general problem. So I talked and talked. I even if I had the teachers, headmasters were there and they enjoyed the session. Now, how did I see that it was a success? It was when the organizer reached back to me and told me that two students were asking about me and told them that that particular speaker or facilitator really helped them, and it was really a good experience. They would like to reach out to me again to ask questions. So that was success to me because they were able to see the reason why they should stop that art, and also even that more they're interested in like knowing further. So I think that is one of the best of my volunteering work I've done. So yes, thank you very much, sir.
Well, thank you so much, Joy, and I really appreciate that. That's very, very profound and really appreciated. And so, guys, please kindly go to the group right now, right away, and do just one thing. I want you to pick the best time for you for Saturday. And that Saturday, I'm still trying to make it a time that I can have access to at least someone, one of the 12 people that I want to like interview and have like sessions. So that session might be live while I'm there asking him a question. You guys are able to ask him. Before that day, I would have shared the profile of the person. I hope he is able to create time because man, this guy is very busy, but you just have to find a way and all. So I want to thank you guys for this investment and do well to take care and please ensure that you save time for Saturday. Don't join late. Keep to time. It's very important. Today we gave that grace, people join and then we had to wait for like 7 minutes. I think as young leaders we should, you know, change and not do that kind of thing anymore. All right, so guys, have a great day. So bye for now. So talk on Saturday. Before then, I'll drop stuff on the group and then reply the email that was sent to you guys. I hope you guys got the email. So you can also like just reach out as well. All right. Bye. Have a great day. Bye everyone. You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye.